You have been invited to a website where Feedbucket is installed. Feedbucket is a widget to easily submit website feedback. And as you can see here to your right, we have the Feedbucket widget here. We have a couple of controls. We have submit feedback using a screenshot, submit feedback using a recording, and view all the feedback. So as an example here, let's say that this button is not working. What you can do is you hit the submit feedback using screenshot. Now I click on this button here and you can see that there's a little comment box coming up. So I'm saying button is not working, clicking the button and nothing happens. And I could even add some attachments. I could use some mentions, or I can add some tags if that is set up. And if you look to your top here, you see we have a few annotation tools as well. So let's put an arrow there, something like that. And I can even start to draw, or I can do some sort of blackout if there's something that I don't want to share, like this price. Once I am done, this is a feedback now, and I hit submit. First time that you submit feedback, you're going to have to tell your name and your email. This is just the first time. So let's put this in, and I hit save. Now, if I click submit, you see that there is a feedback that has been submitted. And as you can see, there's a pin here now saying button is not working, that has been submitted by Marcus. If I click on this, you see the full feedback here. Button is not working, clicking on the button and nothing happens. And we are right now generating a screenshot of what we saw. So if we click here, you see we actually generated a screenshot now with all the annotations that we had. So that's how easily you can submit feedback using Feedbucket. You can do the same thing with video recording. If there's something that's very hard to explain just using text, make sure to just do it using video recording. And this doesn't require you to install any extension. Just hit the submit with video recording, and you can click here and start recording. It will ask you to share your screen. So when you share your screen like this, you see I have to click allow screen share and start recording. A good idea is to just do the actual tab that you're looking at right now. And you see now we're going to start a recording. I'll just hit stop right there. And you do the same sort of process. So Feedbucket is a great way for you to easily submit feedback right on the website. And this leaves the team that receives the feedback, they get a lot of information that you would otherwise have to manually collect. So that's how you submit feedback. The second part is you see these pins here that we talked about. They are actually linked to this, the view all feedback. So here, you can see there's only one open feedback right now. You can start to look at all the feedback that has been submitted. Maybe you want to add a comment, as an example. And to continue to have some sort of conversation here. Instead of submitting a new piece of feedback, maybe you just add a comment. And again, you can do attachments. You can have a mention here as well. You can add some tags if that's better to be organized. And you can also resolve the feedback from here. That's when you then, if you resolve it, you see the pin removed. Now the feedback has been resolved by the team, and this has moved to the resolve section here instead. Up to your right, you have a filter to, if the site is configured using tags, you have a way of filtering items only by tags. But let's unresolve this again or reopen it. That is what you're going to do to submit feedback using Feedbucket. And if you need to update your email, you can click on these three dots up here and you see reporter. And like I said, these things are just used because imagine if you now submitted some feedback and the web agency wanted to ask you a follow-up question. If you don't add a correct email here, you will not be notified when an update is happening to your piece of feedback. So I highly suggest that you do add your real name and your real email address here. You have the opportunity as well to just say, okay, I don't want any notifications, and we will respect that. So with that said, you should start to take a look at the website that you've been asked to review. And if you see something that you don't think is correct, use the Feedbucket widget to easily explain that to the web agency building the site. Thank you, and bye-bye.